because we are related to his mother. So now that his mother has passed on, we are the mothers that take over. Godmothers, they call them in America, godmothers. So this is our son. So my mother is still, his grandmother is still here, but she just had knee surgery, so she wasn't able to come here today. She's the one that was introduced first to, Mother Barry. And the minute they walked in her house, my mother says, "This is Mrs. Nyamaropa." She wasn't even introduced. And she said, so with that said, on behalf of the Nyamaropa family, I wanted to welcome you home. Mother Barry, welcome home. But before I go deeper, let me, like any mother would, brag about my son. There's a reason why she said yes to that text message. There's a reason why she said yes when she heard that voice. Because you just don't say yes to the text message. You gotta hear the voice too and say, okay. There's a reason why she said yes to that message when it came after 3 days of fasting. Because sometimes God gives you the answer and you still go, I don't know, right? But then when you know what you know, you know what you know. I'll tell you one thing that I'm really proud about you is when he said, "These are my mothers," and you looked at us and you said, "But you're younger than him. How can you be mother?" She only said that, but she didn't argue with God. She didn't argue with our tradition. She said, "Okay, mother-in-law and mother-in-law and mother-in-law, we are younger than her as well." But she said yes. And when she said yes to that, we knew we had a good one. Because then that's a virtuous woman. So bragging about my son, my daughter-in-law, let me tell you, I know that sometimes there were doubts that, do I have the right one? Is he going to be good to me? Let me tell you about this man that you married to, Noah Nyamaropa. He is handsome, and you know. He is kind. He has a kind heart. He is caring. He is giving. And I hope all of you, especially the children, are listening, because then you wonder, who do we have here? He is giving. He's very protective. Because once he said, "You're mine, you're my family," family is family to him. He doesn't even look at blood. So you are all family, whether you are relative, blood relatives or not. He will love and protect you. He is very, very picky. So for him to stand beside this gorgeous bride is because he's picky. He's picky. And you chose a good one, honey. And most of all, I want you to know that he's very romantic. All right, she's going to argue with me and say, the honeymoon is not over yet. How can you tell me he's romantic? He is romantic, trust me when I tell you. So let me tell you something. During the service, for those of you that missed the service, there was something, I had prepared my speech, but then Pastor Jerry said something that I'm going to add on here. Pastor Jerry said, listen, I counseled them on the 5 F's that I counseled them. And for every couple that is in here, for those of you that are waiting to be a couple, listen to this. The 5 F's are faith, family, friends, fitness, finances. I'm not going to go deeper into that because my hope and prayer is that if you are married or you are planning to be married, you will either do your premarital counseling or your marital counseling with Pastor and his wife so that he can teach you about the 5 F's. Because many a time we think, oh, I'm married already, so I don't need them. We all need that gentle reminder every time. So with those 5 F's, let me just do something for a minute, because if you've been married 10 years or more, can I see you please stand up? If you've been married 10 years or more, please can you stand up? If you've been married 10 years or more. 10 years or more, let's give them a hand. Okay, whilst you're standing up, I hope the cameraman and the video are taking pictures of these couples. Because what I'm going to ask of you as couples that have been married for 10 years or more, please, you must have some idea of keeping the 5 F's so that you can help the Nyamaropas with the 5 F's. Pastor did the foundation, but now to go forth and forward, it's going to need experience and expertise, what you've gone through, to share with them and support you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 10 years